FanFic Critic. I read it, you listen. Well, today's fanfic is a first. It's called Soul Reaping Janitor of the Justice League. Clearly, the story is A, incomplete, and B, has a word count of 86,875. So even if the story was complete, there's no way I would be able to do an entire reading of the fanfic. Usually, with these cases, I just read the first chapter of the fanfic, but here's the thing. The first chapter of the fanfic has a word count of over 10,000 words. So I'm literally at a standstill here. I can't even read the first chapter to you guys, which kind of stinks because this story is actually very interesting, to put it that way. A little confusing, though. So I'm just going to talk about what the story is about. It's kind of like a crossover, you know, with like the Justice League, with Batman. And it's a crossover with Bleach. Now, because I'm not really familiar with Bleach, there's not really much I can say about the storyline, but I will say that the story itself was very well written. The only other story that I read that involved Bleach was the War of Wills, or whatever that one was called, and that one was pretty good too. Of course, what was bad about that one was the bad grammar and stuff, but this story had pretty good grammar for the most part. One of my little problems, though, was the overly long author's notes that this author had. The author, by the way, is Bunny Munchies. Oh, Bunny Munchies, a fellow fanfic critic. But anyway, that was a little bit of a problem. There's a lot of author's notes, and I understand why she put them there, but at the same time, it's kind of a pain because you just want to read the story. And what kind of confused me, too, was some of the chapter titles for this fanfic. Like, the first 3 chapters, I guess, are supposed to be betas. The first chapter is called Super Short Beta. Second chapter is Noble Janitor Beta, and then the third one is Questionable Interview Beta. So, I'm not sure if these are actually supposed to be part of the main story or not. It was a little confusing. Or if they're supposed to be like short stories, but if they're supposed to be short stories, it might have been better if they were put into actual other stories and not like in chapters. But, I mean, it all kind of flows anyway. So I guess they're just supposed to be really, really long chapters, but having the beta in there was a little bit confusing. I mean, the story was confusing for me, but it was well written. And for those who are familiar with the Justice League and Bleach, you might have a better time enjoying the story than I did. For me, it was just a little confusing. But overall, I do suggest that you guys check it out because it is a well-written fanfic for the most part. And if you understand both the Justice League and Bleach, you should be able to read it quite fine. So, of course, I'll have the link provided in the description below, so please do check it out. I would say check out Bunny Munchie's other fanfics, but this is her only fanfic. You can always check out her YouTube. Maybe I'll have her YouTube in the description too? I don't know. Well, anyway, I'm the fanfic critic. I read it. You listen. And, I have nothing to say. Again, I really need to come up with a catchphrase. Yeah. Bye. Faded black.